Hey, hi. So, guys, my name is Emmanuel, and today we'll be looking at pointers and arrays. So, this is our week three, and we'll be starting with pointers. So, what are pointers? Pointers are a variable that stores memory addresses of another variable. So, you think of it like a signpost. It holds the value itself, you see. But pointers point to where the value is being stored. So, for instance, this is how to declare a pointer. To declare a pointer, you bring in the data type and then attach the asterisk to it and then just the variable name. So let's say pointers. So you see, the PTR is a pointer that can store the address of the int. You see, so the PRT is the pointer that can store the address of an int. So for instance, let's try something over here. So let's assign a variable to int. Let's call it num, which is equal to, let's say, 10. Then now let's say int um, int pointer equals so so you see the this one this one means it should show us the address of this. You see, we have assigned a value to the noun. And over here we are asking for um, the address of where this noun is being stored. So you see, so the pointer will store the address and then it will now give us the address of where the pointer is being stored. So over here, when we see out, the PT comma, when we run the program, you see that it will actually give us the address of where the pointer is being stored. A minute, I think there's an error here. So okay, sorry. So now when we run our program, it will give us the address of the pointer. So where you can see, so you see, so this is actually the address of the pointer. Alright. Okay, so now if we want to print out the address of the noun, which is this one, we will have to do this. So over here we'll say cout now. So now when we run the code, it will actually give us the address of this noun here. We want to ask for the address. Where has this been stored? So now when we run the program, it will actually tell us the exact place where the noun is stored. So you can see this is the address of where the noun is being stored. Alright. So now let's talk about arrays. So for arrays are used to hold numbers, or like arrays are used to hold, let's say, int data type, strings, characters in an array. See, so in case a character data type can hold only one character, but if you want to store characters more than one character, you use the character array. For the character array, it will permit you to store a number of characters. For instance, let's say I want to store characters that will sum out to what armor. So over here, I'll just say character, and then let's say, let me call it names. Then let me say to take 4 characters. So let me do 3. And then let me assign characters there. So let's say the first one is A. And you remember, when you are assigning characters to an array, let them be in a single quote. So let's call this M. And then let's call this A. This A. So over here, you can see that I've stored all the characters in an array. You see, all the characters have been stored in an array. So over here, if I want to see out my character, I will have to bring in a loop. For instance, so let's say for int I should be equal to 0, I should be less than 3, and then I should increment after every run. And then I'll see out my array called names. You see. So over here, when I run my code, okay. So over here, when I run my code, you see that it will actually print my name for me, which is Amma. So you can see. So over here, instead of let's say instead of holding it one by one, you can see that it has printed my Amma for me. But one thing you should know that apart from using the loop, if you are not yet familiar with the loops, we can also use a different method of printing it out. You know, array starts storing from 0. So this is array 0, array 1, array 2. So over here, if I want to see out this, I can say see out names 0, which is array 0. Do the same for array 1. Do the same for name 1. Then do the same for names 2. So now when I run my code, you see that it will print out all my array for me, the same as the Amma. So you see, and you can do the same for int. So just follow the same, bring out your data, your character data type. What kind of data type are you storing? Is it an integer? Is it a string? If it is an integer, you use the int. If it is string, you use strings. You see, so this is what we call array. So thank you. We'll be meeting next.